All right, let's talk about something real. Imagine this. You're finally talking to someone you're interested in. The conversation gets going, and then, poof, nothing. Your brain just slams on the brakes. Today, we're going to get into the actual psychology of why that happens and, way more importantly, how you can start to take back the controls.
You know that feeling, right? One second you're talking, the next you can't even remember how to put a sentence together. It is so frustrating. And trust me, it is way more common than you think. And then it starts. You can physically feel your heart just pounding away in your chest. Your whole body is screaming high alert, even though, you're just having a conversation. It's the first sign your nervous system is hijacking the situation. Oh yeah, and then come the physical tells. That cold, clammy feeling in your palms. It's a classic stress response, and it just makes you feel even more like you're completely losing your grip.
And this is really the heart of it, isn't it? It's not just about feeling uncomfortable. It's that little voice inside your head that starts telling you, this is your fault. You're broken. You're just awkward. But I'm here to tell you that's not what's happening at all.
So what is actually going on here? This isn't some deep personality flaw, okay? It's a totally predictable psychological process. Let's really break down what's happening inside your brain.
Okay, so let's flip the script. The story we tell ourselves is, I'm just awkward. But the reality? That's just a basic survival instinct kicking in. Your brain sees this social situation as a potential threat, so it goes into protective mode. The only problem is that ancient fight-or-flight software is completely useless in a modern conversation.
So if the problem isn't the fear itself, then what is it? Well, the real culprit is something we all do: overthinking. Your brain gets so incredibly busy trying to manage everything that it just runs out of power and short circuits.
And there's a name for this in psychology. It's called mental overload. Think of it like trying to run 20 different super demanding programs on your computer at the exact same time. What happens? The whole system just crashes. That freeze you feel? That's the crash.
And this is what that overload looks like from the inside, right? You're not just having a chat. You are simultaneously running 1,000 different worst-case scenarios, trying to predict and analyze and control every single possible outcome. It's exhausting.
So here's the most important thing to get. Your brain is not failing you. It's not weak. It's simply being pushed way past its processing limits. You're just trying to do way too much all at once.
And this whole thing gets so much worse when we add personalization to the mix. See, the anxious brain takes every little thing and makes it about you. If the other person is quiet, you don't think, maybe they had a long day. You immediately think, oh no, I'm boring them. It's my fault. A confident brain, on the other hand, just observes. It gets that other people have their own stuff going on that has absolutely nothing to do with you.
Okay, so we know the problem now, right? It's mental overload, and it's fueled by taking everything personally. But the good news is, once you understand the machine, you can start to fix it. So here are 3 real actionable steps to start taking back control. It really boils down to these 3 things: a mental pause to break that panic cycle, changing your goal from chasing approval, and finally learning to be okay with what you can't control, the outcome. The first step is honestly the simplest, but it's also the most powerful. The second you feel that anxiety creeping in, just stop. For 1 second, take a breath. That tiny little delay is just enough to interrupt the panic and let your rational mind get back in the driver's seat. You stop just reacting and you start actually responding. Step 2 is a huge mental shift. Look, most social anxiety comes from this intense pressure to be liked, to get that validation from other people. But what happens when you change your goal? What if it's not about impressing them, but just expressing you? Suddenly, the pressure just vanishes. Your worth isn't based on their reaction. It's already inside you.
And that brings us right to the last step. You can't control what another person thinks. You just can't. And trying to manage their feelings for them, well, that's pretty much the definition of anxiety. The moment you accept that uncertainty and let go of controlling the outcome, you're finally free to just be there, in the moment, and actually connect.
Now, here's something that most people never ever realize. If you've struggled with this for a long time, you haven't just been suffering, you've actually been training. Every single one of those stressful moments, it's built something inside of you.
It's a real psychological principle. It's called stress inoculation. Think of it like a vaccine for stress. Every time you face that fear, even if you felt like you totally blew it, you are building up your mental resilience. Maybe you fumbled through a work presentation, or felt so awkward at a party you had to leave early.
Guess what? You survived. That experience, as awful as it felt, gave your brain a little shot of stress resistance. It proved you can handle it.
So the big takeaway here is that you already have the underlying strength. It's there. You've proven time and time again you can get through these situations. The only piece you're missing is learning how to use these new tools to stay calm during the pressure, not just survive it.
And really, that's what this all comes down to. This isn't a battle against other people. It's not even a battle against some flaw in you. It's about ending the war inside your own head. Once you understand how your mind works, you can stop working against it and start working with it. You stop fighting yourself and you start mastering yourself.